Thank you, Mr. Dini. I stand here today with an impossible task: to put 12 years of brotherhood and love, pain and happiness, trials and triumphs into only 15 minutes. Impossible, yes, but I will nevertheless give it my best shot. I've heard a lot of these speeches. The speakers start by telling you that their class is the greatest one to ever set foot on campus, and it makes sense. Every class wants to be the best. But what I realized is that the real goal of the class of 2016 was never to be the best class. It was to be the one that made the biggest difference in the lives of those around them. Every class has exceptional athletes, artists, and scholars in its ranks. So as much as I'm proud of the individual and group achievements of our grade, they don't make the class of 2016 special. When I thought about our years here, I remembered the moments that made my experience special. Running back to our moms after the first day of first grade, playing basketball during humanities break time in Mr. Foxworth's 5th grade class, trekking along a trail that overlooked the entire Pecos wilderness, and of course, belly flopping at the annual Mattingly swim party. Sometimes it's the big moments, sometimes it's the little ones. Either way, what struck me was how little we had changed. Maybe we looked different, but Bradford Beck can still make me laugh more than anyone else I know, just like he could when we were 6 years old. And while Alden James's face may no longer be a geometrically perfect circle, he still has that same smile. Albert, too, still has that same incredible can-do attitude, and Eugene Stong still has that infectious, positive approach to life, to the point that I've never seen him in a bad mood. Sometimes it's the little things, and sometimes it's the more obvious ones. What it helped me realize is that what makes this group of guys special isn't the awards, the grades, the numbers, it's who they are on the inside. The love they've had for this school and each other didn't just happen. It's been there the whole time. You felt that love when they were down 1 point with 2 seconds left on the clock against ESD. Not only did they not give up, they went for the three-pointer. You felt that love when they fell behind 2-0 against Greenhill in volleyball, when a seemingly insurmountable deficit was overcome through heart and teamwork. That's what it means to be a marksman. That's what it means to be a member of the class of 2016. I'll tell you that we love this school as if it is our own home. It doesn't matter if we spent 4 years, 12 years, or a lifetime connected to St. Mark's. It means something special to each and every one of us. I have the courage to stand up and talk to you today because I know that on this stage there are 87 men who share that love of St. Mark's with me, who always have my back because of it. They're winners, they're fighters, they're leaders, and they're doers, and they sit before you on this summer night, on the last day of their St. Mark's journey, wondering how it all ended up so perfectly. As I was writing this speech, I spent a lot of time thinking about that, how our experience all came together as if it was meant to be, how when every door closed, another opened, how with every success, another challenge appeared. I believe that it's a product of the St. Mark's environment, and that environment stems from the impact of all the teachers, family members, fellow marksmen, and friends that sit in the audience today. So of course, on this special night, we would be remiss if we did not thank these people who have meant so much to us throughout our careers. And of course, that thank you must first go to our parents. A while back, on the advice of Jackson Cole, I watched a commencement speech to Kenyon College given by writer David Foster Wallace. Wallace starts out with an anecdote about two young fish. They swim together as an older fish passes them and asks, "How's the water?" The two fish look back at him confused and swim a little longer until one of them says, "What's water?" Just as the fish had no concept of the water that surrounded them all the time, too often we have had no concept of the love that surrounds us. Parents, it's that love you show us on a daily basis that we take for granted because it's the only thing we've ever known. To us, the fact that we lived in a world where we've never felt anything but love is like the fish never knowing anything but water. Your love is our water. We owe you more thanks than we could ever give for that, yet we don't take nearly enough time to acknowledge it. Sometimes we hardly even notice it. So here in this moment, we tell you thank you. Thank you for the care. Thank you for the kindness. Thank you for the patience. For all the times we should have said thank you and we didn't, thank you. Thank you. To the other people who have made our St. Mark's experience so special, the list goes on for miles. Because for all the beautiful facilities, the new buildings, the state-of-the-art tools we are given every day to learn and to grow as men, this school is and always will be about the people. The teachers that sacrifice their time because they love their students, love this school, because it's something that they want to do, not because it's something they have to do. Teachers who are always there, literally and metaphorically, to help us. If I took time to mention each faculty member who put that time into us, we'd be here all night. But that dedication means something to the class of 2016. For them to put so much time and love into a group of boys is a commitment that we will never forget. We've tried so hard to make this school a better place, and it comes from the lessons they've instilled in us. You learn to love by watching other people love. You learn to care by watching other people care. So more than anything, what makes St. Mark's teachers so special isn't the academic achievements or the experience they've gained from years of working in the classroom. It's the time they invest in us to teach us more important lessons. Yes, they teach us math, science, and English, but more importantly, they show us how to be good men. And for that, there is no curriculum, no lecture. To illustrate that point, one of the most formative experiences of my St. Mark's career came several years ago from Kevin Lim, a part-time security guard on campus. My freshman year, I interviewed him for a journalism story on his experience surviving the Khmer Rouge regime in Cambodia. During that interview, he told me a story I will never forget. Mr. Lim and his family were forced out of the city with thousands of others and onto a rice plantation. The regime wanted to wipe out any person with an education, and when they discovered his mom was a school teacher, she was sentenced to death in front of the other villagers. As Mr. Lim forced his way through the crowd to his mom, who was being beaten with a bamboo rod, there was a pause in the execution as she shared her last words with him. She told him to never stop learning, to never stop getting an education. Because someone can take everything from you. They can take your money, your home, your car, but they can never take away what's in your mind. This man, who I only saw each day going through the carpool line, had shared with me a story I will never forget. What a valuable lesson from someone whose experience and perspective were both so different from mine. To me, this shows the power of the St. Mark's experience that extends throughout the community. From Mr. Deeney's ebullient attitude to Dr. Westrait's infinite knowledge to Dr. Stegg's crazy hand gestures, Every person on campus has some unique quality that makes them special and impacts the lives of those around them. Along with our parents and teachers, we are also grateful for the marksmen that came before us. The campus changes, teachers come and go, but the bond of being a marksman always remains. The swim team experienced this firsthand when Todd Oaks' class of '86 stepped on campus for the first time since its graduation 30 years earlier. Mr. Oaks was the greatest swimmer in St. Mark's history, and he watched that night with a smile on his face as Eric Lee broke his 100-yard freestyle record. Mr. Oaks then came back for almost every swim meet and even traveled down to Houston on our bus to SBC. And what struck me about this experience was how easily he fit in. To us, he wasn't a 50-year-old man we had never met before. He was a marksman. He would stay for hours at team dinners to talk about the teachers we shared and the experiences that unite every boy here. Our interactions taught me that there is a special bond both within a class and between generations of students. We may be so different in so many ways, but we all share those same St. Mark's experiences that turn that difference into a strength. Brent Weisberg may liken our class to a sports car. I liken it to a piano. Just like the 88 keys on a piano, we 88 marksmen are each unique in our own way. One may create a beautiful, distinct sound on his own, but in combination, when we throw those differences together in tandem, the beauty is magnified because the difference does not separate us, it binds us together. In doing so, we are greater than the sum of our parts. Next, the class of 2017, we hope we were for you what the class of 2015 was for us, a guiding light on the path to manhood. Today, it is us. Tomorrow, it will be you. At times, you may wish that you could fast forward, but someday you will sit up here just like us and wish you had one more day left in that blue shirt and gray shorts. Finally, I promised a friend, Avery Powell, exactly 1 year ago that I would not use any dictionary definitions in my speech. So instead, today, I choose its underappreciated younger brother, the thesaurus. Do you know what happens when you look up the word marksman in a thesaurus? Outside of a couple synonyms for sharpshooter, nothing. I'd like to think that's because there's nothing quite like a marksman. No other word in the English language that really means the same thing. That the experiences we have shared make us different. Maybe not better, but different. And maybe that difference creates a love we can never forget. The exact details of our journey together may fade with time, but the love will always stay. On this beautiful, bittersweet night, we well up and overflow with that love, with the pride of being a marksman, with the brotherhood we have shared for so many years and will continue to share for many to come. We hope that this love and pride has translated into something greater, that we have met our goal, that we have made a positive difference in the lives of our teachers, friends, and family who all gave us so much and asked for so little. This year especially, we have tried to show that we love this school, that we care about it, that we took all the lessons St. Mark's has taught us and used them to give back to the place that has given so much to us. There lies the meaning of our experience. On a night like tonight, you feel that meaning flow through you and seep deep into your bones. It's love, it's pride, it's nostalgia, it's sadness, and it's joy all at the same time. And now, as we prepare to go off on a new path, we remember the advice of baccalaureate speaker Joe Millay. You can always come home to St. Mark's. Know that you are loved. You are a St. Mark's alum, whether you're 20, 40, 60, or 80 years old. Just come on home, boys. You will be safe at home. Teachers, parents, friends, as far away as we may be, as long as it may have been, we will never forget to come home.